talking to?
Hi, David.
Hi, Nancy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. One moment. No, Pepe Toño, no te escuchamos. Can you hear Pepe Toño?
No.
No. If I take off my headphones, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, this is way better. My interview with Tony Bellew sucked.
Yeah. How long is it gonna be? Like 15 minutes? The interview?
Yeah, like 15. I told you that, like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it gonna be English or Spanish?
English.
Okay.
Let me get the questions that they've asked.
So everybody, I thought I had seen it. I thought you guys were doing the convention like how we did last year. I thought everybody was going over there to Cancun.
I wish.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's kind of crazy since all this COVID stuff is going on, and it's weird that they're doing the convention. But I didn't know. I didn't realize it was just online.
Yeah, like this morning was the opening ceremony and all that stuff. It's different, but more people can actually go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more people can log in.
Yeah. I think we're gonna start like in a minute.
Okay.
How do you like the bubble? I was in it last week.
You can't even leave anywhere, but honestly, it's cool. I mean, I like being here. I just sleep all day, every chance I get. But it's very different, super different.
That's good. Okay, we're gonna start now. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to the press room for the WBC 58th Annual Virtual Convention. And we are so honored to have our WBC World Super Middleweight Champion, who it's actually his fight week, David Benavidez. How are you, David?
I'm doing good. Thank you guys for having me on here. I'm very excited, very proud to be a champion of the WBC. And I'm just looking forward to defend my title and, continue being a champion of the WBC.
And how has this fight week been different than other fight weeks? Because obviously with COVID and stuff, you're in the bubble.
It's been very different. We've just been it's been the training has been very limited because we just been in the room. But we got to work with what we have. We've been training in the room. Today was the first day we're allowed to go to the gym. So we got a good little run in there. But it's very different, but times have changed and we just got to go with the times, We just got to go with the times.
Your training camp, was it the same or different? I know your dad fixed it up so it could be safer for you and your sparring partners.
No, my training camp was, for the most part, it was the same. The only thing that was different that we didn't go to LA Fitness, but that's the only thing that changed. We had 4 sparring partners. They all got tested, all came back negative. So, we didn't have, we weren't short on sparring. We were running, at 5 miles, 6 miles every day. We had the whole gym private to ourselves because my dad's facility. So it was just private training for us. So everything ran smoothly.
That's awesome. Well, I wish this was my interview, but it's not. And I already have a whole bunch of questions from the press. So I'm going to moderate them. I'm going to ask you the questions and you answer them as they come. Okay?
Okay.
The ones that are in Spanish, I'll tell you in English. Or
Okay.
you can answer however you like. So The first one is, what did your first KO mean to you?
My first KO, it really meant that I really had the power to be a professional boxer. A lot when you turn professional, you have a lot of questions that you ask yourself, am I going to have the power to knock somebody out? But, my first fight, I ended it with a KO. So, I kind of felt like, I had enough power to be here in the professional game.
How did you get your nickname, Bandera Roja?
I got my nickname, actually Samson Lukowitz, my promoter, he gave me my nickname. I think he told me that the nickname it meant like it was very significant because it kind of meant power. It kind of had a big meaning, basically telling everybody that this is my division now. Instead of waving the white flag, you guys know what, wave the red flag. Because this is my division. So just give it up already.
Take over it, right? Yeah. What has been your most memorable or significant fight?
My most memorable fight, there was actually two of them. I think the first one was when I fought Porky Medina and I knocked him out. That kind of got me into the position of being what the type of fighter that I wanted to be. You know, and opened the doors for me. And then the second one, three actually. Let me do three of them. The second one was winning my world title, and then the third one was beating Anthony Durrell for the world title and regaining my world title. So those fights were very significant for me.
And that Porky fight comes up all the time on social media because of the way you stopped him.
Yeah, you know, it was a very memorable knockout, and you know, I feel like I'm young. I'm 23 years old, but I feel like that's a fight that's always going to live in boxing. It's always going to be remembered. So I'm very proud to have that knockout.
What was it, like a 9-punch?
Something like that. Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay. What has been your most difficult fight in your career at this far?
My most difficult fight probably was the first Ronda Graville fight. You know, maybe because I came in sick, so you know I was just fighting a little bit weaker than usual, and that's probably been the toughest fight to date. You know the first fight with Ronda Graville probably was the toughest one.
Okay. And in what fight have you felt like the most adrenaline, like an adrenaline rush?
Probably the second fight. I mean the fight with Anthony Durrell. You know, no, probably the fight with Jay Leon Love, because just of how much people was there and how much support I got from the crowd. I didn't think I was gonna get as much support that I got from the crowd like I did. You know, everybody was cheering for me, so it was probably one of the most intense adrenaline rushes I've ever had in the ring.
Yeah, because you change in the ring. You become something else. You know, you
Yeah.
get your animal instinct. You're chill on the outside, and then in the ring, you're like, you get so fierce.
Well, because in the ring, that's it. That's who I am. You know, that's the
Yeah.
person I am in the ring. You know, I'm a very cool, calm, collective guy outside the ring, but in the ring, I'm an animal.
Yeah. You have to be, because
Yeah.
it's either you or your rival, right?
Yeah.
I already asked you this. Okay, this is a good question, and honestly, every time I see a collage or a poster of you and Canelo, man, it gets so many views, so many likes, so many comments. It just tells you the magnitude of a fight between you and Canelo. I know you have this fight on Saturday versus Angulo, which is going to be a good one as well. But you can't ignore that the fans want to see you versus Canelo. How do you feel about getting in the ring with him one day?
Definitely, you know, me just being the competitor I am and the champion I am, I definitely feel like I have a chance against Canelo. I'm always going to say that, and I always feel like I could beat Canelo, especially if I get the fight. You know, the training camp, there's just going to be so much motivation going on there that that's definitely going to be the best version of myself that I'll ever be, just because of what's on the line and what's at stake. You know, I feel very excited that I'm maybe potentially will able to get that fight, you know, because a lot of people ask for that fight. A lot of people want to see that fight. So I think one day it will happen. And when it does happen, I'm going to be extremely ready and I will win.
I can't wait for that one. That's going to be a good one. Your family and your brother, your dad, they're very involved in involving the fans into Team Benavidez. They make every single fan of yours feel as part of the team. How important are your fans to you?
My fans are my everything, you know what I mean? Because I feel like the reason why they like me so much is because in reality I'm one of them. You know, a lot of the fans that follow me, I come from the same place, you know, the same environment. Everything we do is exactly the same. The only thing different is that I'm a professional boxer. You know, but if you put us in the same situation, same environment, you know what I mean? It's all family, you know. All the people that hang around me, you know, all my Latino fans, not just only Mexican, you know, Cuban, Ecuadorian, Puerto Rican, you know, we're all family, we're all as one, you know, and all the other, you know, black, you know, white, Asian, all the other fans I have, you know, I feel so grateful to have people that follow me and enjoy the type of fights I give and give me as much energy as they give me, you know, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here, you know, so I feel like there's not everybody that likes me and watches me. I feel like they're part of my family, honestly, because I really do enjoy and I care having them on my side.
And speaking to the fans and stuff, David, honestly, you really make the fans, you and your family make the fans feel as part of the team, and I'm telling you, that's so important for you to do that. So
Yeah.
I respect you for that. This is my question to you. I'm gonna pause here because there's one difference in this fight than all the rest of your fights, and I want to know what's going on in your head. In this fight, you're soon gonna be a dad. So how has
Yeah.
that changed? Has the hunger changed? Do you want it? Is it the same? Or, now you're fighting for more. You're not fighting for yourself anymore. You're fighting for your family.
I definitely feel more motivated. You know what I mean? I was already extremely motivated as it is, but now there's just another level of motivation just because, my son one day will watch my fights. Maybe if he wants to be a professional boxer just like me or he wants to do something else, it doesn't matter. I just want to show him when he gets older, I want him to see that, I was, I'm extremely motivated, dedicated to what I love. And that's just going to teach him a lot that when he gets older, hopefully he's going to be like me when he gets older. But, I'm extremely motivated, now having my son, my girlfriend, my family, still my father, my mother, my brothers and my sisters, everybody, I do this for everybody.
How did you feel that moment that you found out you were going to be a dad?
It was crazy. I was in shock. It was definitely a life changing situation. I was very happy. You know what I mean? I had some tears in my eyes, but I feel like I'm extremely ready to become a dad.
We're excited to meet the little champ. We
Yeah.
already have a little world champ onesie ready for him.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the questions now that they're asking. Okay. Um, this is a question from the fans. Are you going to knock out Billy Joe Saunders for all of us?
If I get the opportunity to fight him, that's definitely what I'm going to be trying to do. You know what I mean? I think with those guys, it's going to be a little bit harder to get those fights because they're with Daz in different promotion company. But if it makes sense for the fans want to see it, then that's what we're going to push for. And I'll definitely be trying to get the knockout.
That would actually be a good fight because the UK and then the US, it's a huge rivalry. It's great fights, you
Yeah.
know. What do you think about Avni Yildirim?
He's a good fighter, but I don't think he's a better fighter than Anthony Durrell. And you've seen what I did to Anthony Durrell. I feel like Ildrim is going to get his chance. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be extremely ready for him. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to be going for the KO for that fight too, like I do in all my fights. You know what I mean? I feel like all the fans love me. They love watching my fights because I give those action-packed fights. And I have a high KO a high KO ratio. I love to hurt fighters. That's one thing I love to do. I love to feel that they're hurt in the fight. I love hurting them and I love breaking them down, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do to everybody. That's what I'm trying to do to everybody.
That's awesome. This one is going to be in Spanish. If you could answer it in Spanish.
Okay.
It's from Chava from ESPN. ¿Nos puedes decir algo sobre tu pelea este sábado?
Pues me siento muy bien y entrené muy duro para este campamento. Ya estoy listo. Todo el campamento ya se acabó. Ya estoy en peso. Tengo como 2 libras para el peso, pero me siento fuerte ahorita y listo para defender el título.
¿Y la gente puede ver la pelea dónde?
En Showtime. Va a ser agosto 15 en Showtime.
¿Es pay-per-view?
No más Showtime, regular Showtime.
Regular Showtime. Ok, Chava, ahí está tu pregunta. Ok. How have you, outside of boxing, how have you been living your life during the pandemic?
Nothing has really changed. The only thing that's changed is since they closed the movie theaters and restaurants down, but besides that, I just stay home. I'm more of a homebody, you know what I mean? I'm so exhausted and tired by the time I'm done training that I just want to go home and go to sleep, eat, and watch TV and stay home. But nothing has really changed for me. I just like to enjoy staying in my house. Like I said, they took since the movie theaters are not up. That's one of the main things I did. But other than that, I just play video games, watch TV, eat, go to sleep, and then go to the gym the next day, and it's all the same.
And that's good for a fighter because it keeps you focused on boxing during training camp and your family when you're not, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you see yourself being a trainer one day in the future?
I definitely think that I could become a trainer. You know what I mean? I don't know. Time will tell. Right now I'm more focused on being a boxer, but I definitely feel like I could become a trainer. I'm not sure if I could be a trainer, a high level trainer like my father or someone else, because it's very different being a professional fighter and translating that to a trainer. You know what I mean? But I think with practice, I know how to win, but now it's just translating just to show other people how to win and what other things to do. It's very different. when you
Yeah.
know how to do something, but it's different to translate it to show somebody, teach somebody how to do it. You know what I mean? So I think with practice, if I practice, by the time my career's done, I can I could be a decent trainer. You know,
Yeah.
it takes it takes everything is practice. You know, I can't just go. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna be one of the best trainers, and I have no practice of being trainers. You know, I definitely got to practice and
It's
earn
like
my spot.
your dad started without knowing anything, and he built two world champions, you and your brother.
Yeah, and that's definitely what he did with practice too. You know, he sat there, he learned. I remember him watching hours watching videos, cassette tapes of how to throw a jab, how to throw a hook. And I remember going in the living room and watching him be there all night. So you know what I mean? That's definitely the types of steps you need to take to become a great trainer like that.
Yeah, he didn't just go out there and do it. He actually taught himself.
Yeah.
So you talked about video games. So now the fans are asking, which video games do you like, and would you share your game tags and play with the fans?
I don't really play that much because I'm not that good. The only thing I do play a lot is Grand Theft Auto the 5. I'm waiting for the next one to come out, but I like playing Apex. I like playing what is it called? Call of Duty. But I don't really want to share my game tags, because sometimes it gets crazy out there. There used to be a thing called swatting in the PS3 with Call of Duty. That these guys would call SWAT to your house and act like you did something, then SWAT would go to your house. I mean,
Oh no.
and then they could find out your IPO address like that. Smart people. So I mean, I don't want to keep mine a secret.
Okay, no game tag.
Yeah.
No game. But although when's your baby due?
In September 5th.
September 5th. After September 5th, he's not gonna play video games.
There's not gonna be no more time. Yeah.
He'll be helping his girlfriend change diapers and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm getting another question, but before that, your fight this Saturday. How many times do you want to fight this year? Because right now we're in August. Would you want to fight one more time this year?
Yeah, definitely. If I could get in December and January, I really want to stay active. And I think, the pandemic really slowed down my momentum. It's almost about to be a year since I fought. I should have had at least 2 fights already by this time, but everybody has to make a lot of sacrifices, especially with this pandemic. So if I could get a fight in December and January, that's definitely the plan. But first things first, I got to take care of my business on Saturday and win this fight and look impressively.
How are you? Does it bother you that there isn't going to be fans there, or you go into the ring and you always it's going to be the same thing?
It does bother me a little bit because I always get to see a lot of my family, a lot of my friends, but the main thing right now is everybody be safe. You know what I mean? Sometimes times change, but hopefully it doesn't stay like this for too long. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to give a good fight for the people at home, barbecuing, doing whatever they do, their carne asadas, so they can sit around, the TV, enjoy it, and watch a good night of boxing.
It's all about fight parties right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, I mean, not big parties, but small ones with your family. Okay, this is the wait. Okay. This is gonna be the last question. I have 2 more questions. How would you rank your top 3 most difficult rivals?
Top 3, so number 1 definitely has to be Anthony Durrell because of how accomplished he was. But he had fought Badu Jack. He'd fought multiple. He had fought great fighters. He's definitely a person with a lot of experience, so he has to be number 1. Number 2, just because of how the fight played out and how because it was hard for me how to be Ronald Gavril. And then number 3 had to be Porky Medina because he was just a super tough guy. He wouldn't stay down. He would keep coming all night. He didn't really do too much damage on me, but it was just him. That really brought the best out of me to get that knockout. It really took a lot for me to knock him out because he just kept coming, and he has a spirit of a warrior. He wouldn't stay down. He wouldn't go down, and he went out on his shield. But that was probably a hard fight too. It was probably the 3rd top hardest fight.
Okay, well, I know you're right now making weight, getting ready for fight week, so I don't want to keep you too long. So last, I just want to ask you if you could send a message to the media, to your fans, something about the WBC convention and about your upcoming fight.
Okay, I just want to thank everybody for the love and support, and I also want to thank the WBC for allowing me to be one of the champions, or having me a part of their family. You know, I mean, it's always been a dream of mine to have the WBC world title since I was a little kid, and now that I'm here, I'm hopefully I could have this title for the rest of my career. You know, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna defend my titles, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to have protect this title in my life, because it's definitely what it is. It's my life. You know, I want to thank everybody for their love and support, and tune in on Saturday night, because it's going to be a great fight. And I guarantee you, you guys are going to enjoy the stuff I'm going to give you, because it's going to be an action-packed fight fight all night. Thank you so much.
We'll definitely be tuning in. Thank you so much, David, and best of luck to you this Saturday.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.